Hello, my beautiful friends. It's Amanda here, and today I want to give you a quick look at the new ColourPop Beauty and the Beast collection. This unfortunately didn't arrive to me until a few hours after this collection launched, so this is as quickly as I could put together a video for you. However, most of the things from this collection are still available. This launched on Thursday the 18th, and I'm trying to post this video on Sunday the 21st. So as of the time I'm recording this, only one of the products is completely sold out. So hopefully this is still helpful to you. I'm just going to do close-up swatches and comparisons in this video. However, if you want to see some looks, lip swatches, any of these products in action, just let me know. I would be happy to make an in-depth video so that you could have both of these as resources, and then you could have some look inspiration, see the blushes on, things like that. So if you're interested in that, let me know. If not, you just want to see the swatches, that's fine too. I really want to make the content that is helpful and useful and entertaining to you. So with all of that being said, I'm not sure if this will be at Ulta. I tried to look around in their comments and they haven't mentioned anything that I've seen yet online. And the information that they sent to me didn't indicate whether this would be at Ulta or not. So if you do see anything about that, let me know in the comments and I'll update the description box for you. The insert that was in the PR package says available exclusively on ColourPop.com on the 18th. So I don't know if that means that the launch for the 18th is exclusive and eventually it'll come to Ulta. That wording kind of makes me think that this collection will not be coming to Ulta. But as soon as I say that, I'm sure there'll be new info that comes out. So keep an eye out, but for right now, I think it's just ColourPop's website that you'll be able to find this collection. If you decide to shop any of these pieces on the ColourPop site, you can use my affiliate code. It's just my first name, Amanda, and that will save you 10% on any of the individual items. However, coupon codes no longer apply to the value sets, vaults, and bundles. So keep that in mind. If you are going to be picking up a set, you do save a little bit on the bundle deal. So just know that you can't stack a coupon on top of those savings. Now, let's take a close-up look at these products. I'll show you some swatches and I'll give you my initial thoughts. Like I said, I've only had this for a couple of days, so I don't have a full review for you yet, but I will include more in-depth thoughts in a look video if that's something that you're interested in. This is the lip mask. It's the Enchanted Rose lip mask. This is $12. It comes in this really, really cute little screw top pot packaging that looks like a rose. This makes so much sense for this collection. I personally don't love rose scented things. Now, this one is a very sweet take on rose. It seems to have a sugary or vanilla type of edge to that rose scent. I love their lip masks. I personally wouldn't choose this as my favorite, but scent flavor wise, I like it way more than I thought I would from the perspective of somebody who's not a huge rose fan. But it makes so much sense within the context of a Beauty and the Beast collection. I'm not even mad at it. I think it's brilliant, clever, adorable. Love it. Okay, let's move on to the Super Shock highlighter. This is called Special Guest. It's priced at $15. And as of right now, when I'm recording this video, this is the only item that's completely sold out. But there is a little email me for restock button on the website. So I'm wondering this might come back. Everything else didn't really sell out though. So I'm not sure whether or not they will actually restock this product. It has the big rounded edge square compacts that the Soul Body highlighters came in. So it's very similar in shape, size to those. This has the super shock texture, so it is quite squishy, and it's marbled with several different colors in here. It has that tie-dye type of look. So you're going to be able to get some very different colors out of this one. For example, here I went into a very bronzy portion of the highlighter pan, and then I'm going to go back in and avoid that bronze and go for something a little bit lighter. And you'll see swatching from within this product, depending on where you pull from in the pan, you're going to get a very different color experience, which is cool. Obviously, you could just swirl all around, and even so, each one's going to be different. So yours is going to be a little bit different, might be lighter, might be darker. Overall, I think this is pretty nice. Probably a lot of people could use this. I'm personally going to pull more from the less bronzy areas. So you can kind of customize it, and it's also sort of luck of the draw. What type of pan do you get? Now let's look at the blushes. We have two pressed powder blushes, Mrs. Potts and Chip. These come in the same outer packaging, but when you open up the compacts inside, you'll see that the character corresponds to the name of the blush once you get to the inside of the blush, but from the outside, it's the same image. So you see Mrs. Potts is in her blush, and then Chip will be in his. The Mrs. Potts blush is a baby pink, and then the Chip blush is a very brown-based terracotta nude. I like the Chip blush better. I'm just not the biggest baby pink blush user. These are both completely matte. There's no sparkles, there's no overspray, there's no satin sheen or anything. These are straight up matte powder blushes. I love the little rose imprint that we see on a lot of these powder products in the collection. You'll see the same rose stamped design in the eyeshadow palette as well. Personally, I didn't love the performance of this Mrs. Potts blush. It feels a little thin, a little dry to me. I'm not a huge matte blush wearer anyway, though, so it could just be that it doesn't suit my personal preference. But I do think that the Chip blush is a bit softer and more decently pigmented. For the very, very pale people out there, you may like this softer, more wash of color, baby pink type of application. So just because it's not my favorite doesn't mean that it's necessarily bad. It's just not for me. Let's move on to the lipstick kits now. I'm always excited to see Luxe lipsticks included. The cream Luxe lipsticks are one of my favorite lip formulas that ColourPop does, and they always keep me thinking and second guessing whether or not they're going to discontinue the Luxe lipsticks. I am happy to say there are two new ones here, and these are super, super cute. From the packaging on the outer carton, the box that they come in, to the actual products themselves. I love the way these are done. And I will say, in general, from any of these color products, cheeks, lips, eyeshadow, this is not a colorfully exciting, groundbreaking color story type of collection, but it fits the movie. And look at these little rose prints on the lipstick. I love that. Okay, I'm a sucker for a cute thing, and these are definitely very cute. Each one of these kits contains a ultra glossy lip and a cream Luxe lipstick. There's a brown lip set called Break the Spell and a pink lip set called Great Adventure. These match really nicely with the more brown toned and pinky blushes that we just saw. Definitely feels like they are giving us more monochromatic type of options. And you'll see those same colors reflected in the eyeshadow palette as well. I think these make a lot of sense with the movie, the colors from the movie. It's definitely got that soft, approachable, romantic Disney princess vibe to it. So even though these aren't super duper edge of your seat, exciting type of lip colors, they fit the film, they fit the rest of the collection. And I really like the Break the Spell set. I love this neutrally undertoned brown that we're getting. So I'm happy about that. That will certainly be my favorite because I'm also not a big pink lipstick girl. Let's move on to the Beauty and the Beast palette. This one is priced at 24 US dollars, and it is their regular 12 pan layout. Beautiful, very on the nose Beauty and the Beast packaging. I like that they just took a screenshot from the film basically, because this is iconic. This is what you want. If you're a Beauty and the Beast lover, it is one of my favorite Disney movies, then I think why mess with perfection? This isn't the time to reinvent the wheel. So I like that they've been very, very literal with this collection. And those colors are reflected directly into the eyeshadow palette colors. This palette does not have a mirror. We just got a little picture of Belle here being all cute. And then the eyeshadows themselves really correlate to the colors that we see in the film, particularly that still from the film that they used as the image on the front of the palette. We got a little bit of blue there, a little pop of blue, but in general, this is very neutral, very soft. We have some of the yellows, pinks, and browns. We have that little pressed rose image in a couple of the matte shadows here. This Beauty and the Beast palette is more shimmer heavy. There are only 4 true mattes in this palette. Then we have 2 of the sequined mattes. Those are the mattes with glitter in them. And there's 1 of their pearlescent glitter shades. That's their new take on pressed glitter with the much, much finer glitters in there. So the shade Forbidden is their pearlescent glitter. And then the remaining 5 shades are just regular metallic shimmer shades. Again, not the most exciting color story. As far as eyeshadow collections go, somebody who has a lot of eyeshadows probably has several things that could give them the same type of looks, but I think that they were really true to the colors in the film here, and the whole vibe really matches. It makes sense with all of the other products in the collection. Do you probably have these shades? Yeah, you probably do. But it would be weird if these weren't the colors that they chose, in my opinion, because it's a very literal take, and I think that's fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. Now, I don't have a ton of comparisons today, mostly because I would have to be kind of cobbling together a couple of palettes to really hit on the blues that are in here. But I did take some suggestions from my friends over on Instagram. Somebody specifically wanted to see the Cabana Club comparison, and Cabana Club is definitely brighter, it's more colorful, but these do seem related. There are definitely a couple shades that are similar. You could use these together. I think they would be good companion palettes. Another one that was mentioned on my Instagram post was this Avatar palette. And again, I think that Avatar is more colorful in general, but there is some overlap here for sure. And because Avatar has that blue, I think that neutral plus blue kind of sticks in the brain, and especially when it's 2 cartoon based collections. Don't come for me, anime fans. I'm sorry, okay? You know what I mean. Animated collections. Let's put it that way. The one I thought of was the original Disney designer It's a Princess Thing palette, which doesn't have blue, but the other colors are very similar in my opinion. And this one's long gone, so if you missed out on It's a Princess Thing, Beauty and the Beast might be a nice alternative for you. Another one that I immediately thought of is their recent dedicated princess palette. This is the Dreams Come True palette from the Snow White collection. This is another case of similar vibes, but Snow White gave us some more vivid colors, and I also think that the formula is more intense in my Dreams Come True palette. You can tell kind of from the swatches here, but all around, Dreams Come True is more intense. And my last comparison, this is the Mega palette that jumped straight to my mind, and I think you can see why. The Your Golden Mega palette is very, very similar. I think this is the most similar shade for shade of the handful of comparisons that we did here today. So if you're just in it for the colors and you already have your golden, then you are definitely pretty much all set. Aside from that last intense blue shade, these are pretty darn similar. So hopefully this was helpful. I know it was a little bit behind schedule. I do try to post things as close to launch time as I can, but unfortunately, my package was delayed and I just couldn't quite get it there for you. But hopefully this is still helpful or at least entertaining, fun to watch. I always appreciate when you hang out here with me, and I would love to hear what you think about this collection. Did you already pick anything up? Are you planning on getting anything? What Disney movies are you hoping to see them focus on next? I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Love your face. Bye.